enlightenment and also escape samsara to nirvana. And we have many bodhisattvas, but among them there are a trinity of 3 bodhisattvas that we cherish, especially. It's called the Riksum Gyempo. Now, of the 3 bodhisattvas, the first bodhisattva is the bodhisattva for wisdom, Jambyang. The second bodhisattva is the bodhisattva for courage, Chanadoji. And the third bodhisattva is the bodhisattva that represents compassion, Cherezi.
Okay.
So the enlightened leadership, in my view, are people who exercise the virtues of these 3 bodhisattvas: wisdom, courage, and compassion. And like the bodhisattvas, are driven by selfless service. Wisdom by itself is not enough, because you may know, you may be wise, but you must, if you don't put what you know into action, it's not going to provide any change. So for action, you need courage. But wisdom and courage by themselves also are not enough, because ultimately the purpose of leadership is change. And in change, there is suffering, there are sacrifices, and therefore an enlightened leadership, I believe, must exercise compassion.
Very thought-provoking, sir. Very thought-provoking, which brings me to ask you that when we spoke the last time you were in India, you did mention that you've actually spent more time in India than American universities. I remember you saying that, and a lot of your thought process has been conditioned by the time you've spent in India. Those formative years, they really shaped you. What, according to you, has been your biggest takeaway from your experiences and learnings during your time in India?
Well, I grew up with Indians. From the age of 5, I was surrounded by Indians. This was a boarding school. So morning, noon, and night, we had Indian friends. Our teachers were all Indian. And as such, Indian values would have automatically permeated within me and shaped me. But more precisely, it is in the classroom. We studied Indian history, ancient history, in civilization, medieval India, modern India, the fight to independence. So all of this would have shaped me, the person I am, and my worldview. But if you ask me one specific thing that has really had a lasting impression on me, it is the National Cadet Corps, NCC. So I took part in the NCC, and I enjoyed every moment in the NCC. And every year we would look forward to taking part in the Independence Day, 15th August March Past in the Mela ground in town with all the other schools and the NCC cadets of all the other schools. The deep, indelible mark it had left on me is one of nation building. How we must work together to take our nation forward.
And since then, since those years till now, how have you seen the India-Bhutan relationship develop, grow closer? It's always been a very important relationship, but how have you seen its growth in the last couple of decades?
Well, you can call it a relationship, but really, it is a friendship. It is a brotherhood. Our friendship with India has always been strong. And if anything, it is getting stronger. We are neighbors but by geography, but we are friends by choice. And that friendship is driven by our highest leaders. In Bhutan, it is His Majesty the King. It is his guidance that ensures that the friendship between our two great nations is not taken for granted, but is continued to be nurtured.
Right. And what would be your future expectations from this relationship going forward, whether it is in terms of economic partnerships? There's been the railway line that has come up between Kokrajhar and, of course, Gelephu town in Bhutan. There is the economic partnership, and then, of course, there are other cultural and social partnerships. How do you see all of that going forward in times to come?
Well, other neighbors, other relationships might have expectations. In our case, we have assurances. There is a deep trust between our two countries, our two peoples, our two governments. India, we don't need to expect anything because the Indian government, under the stellar leadership of Prime Minister Modi ji, who I refer to as my elder brother, who I refer to as my mentor, who is my mentor, we don't need to expect anything because we receive so many assurances from him and the Indian government. Assurances to help us along our path to development so that we can achieve the high aspirations and hopes of our people. The 13th five-year plan, to a large degree, has got off to a good start. And we are well on the way to implementing that plan, even though it's only been 1 year, largely because of the generosity and support of the government of India, and in particular, Prime Minister Modi.
Right.
The railway line you mentioned, we have a railway line that's going to connect India to Western Bhutan, but more importantly, India has already started, has given us assurances and have also decided on building a railway line that's going to connect to central Bhutan, which goes bang to the Gelephu Mindfulness city. Now, this city is being developed as a special administrative region. This is the royal vision of His Majesty the King. And while this city is going to benefit Bhutan now and the future, it's going to benefit India also, Assam and all of India. This is going to be a gateway for investment to India and South Asia and indeed all of Asia. And the assurances we receive from the highest level, from Prime Minister Modi himself and the government of India and the business leaders of India, is that the Gelephu Mindfulness City must succeed, and to that, they will leave no stone unturned.
Where do you expect most amount of investments to come in this city? You mentioned that it could also be a huge economic potential for investments and gateway for the entire region. Which sector do you expect most amount of investments to come in?
Technology, energy and technology. So we have huge hydropower potential, and this green renewable energy is in high demand for green energy transition, but also for data centers and AI compute, blockchain technology. And I can see that there's a lot of interest from the world over, and especially from India, to tap into this opportunity. The other area is, of course, finance. Gelephu Mindfulness City will easily and very quickly become a financial hub, and therefore, there will be a lot of opportunities.
Indeed. Let me now shift tracks, sir, and also ask you about one thing that we started this conversation with, and in fact, before we started recording this, we talked about tourism, and we also talked about the Gross National Happiness Index. And I think I would do huge injustice to NDTV's viewers if I don't talk to you about the GNH index as well. How important it is, because I know it's constitutionally mandated by the government. The citizens of Bhutan do get those happiness indications. They're supposed to get that. But from a conditioning point of view, how important it is to get those indicators in place, and how does that impact Bhutan in the landscape that it exists around it?
Gross national happiness is legacy of enlightened leadership of our beloved monarchs. Now, many people have said that, oh, happiness, gross national happiness, so you don't care about gross national product, GDP, gross domestic product. And the answer is GDP is important, economic growth is important. But the question is, for what? You must have a reason for economic growth. And that reason must be larger than just mindless economic growth. And that is the happiness and well-being of the people. It must serve that purpose. And so gross national happiness basically puts the happiness and well-being of our people in the front and center of the development agenda by balancing economic growth, material progress, which is a necessity, with social progress, cultural preservation, environmental conservation, and good governance. And yes, we measure gross national happiness. We do a survey. You mentioned the gross national happiness index. We calculate the index from a survey that we conduct, a wide survey, a nationwide survey, a long survey that covers 9 domains that influence gross national happiness: health, education, living standard, environment, governance, time use, psychological well-being, community, and culture. These 9 domains are broken up into 33 indicators, are further divided into 156 odd different measurements. And this survey is conducted every 5 years.
But
this
sir,
gives us a wealth of data. Yes?
But sir, when you talk about, when one hears those ratings that come out every year about, where those the happiest people live on earth, unfortunately, you see only those Scandinavian countries really topping the list. And where is this dichotomy then? Are the ratings not reflecting the way Bhutanese people work and how the government strives towards getting those happiness indicators? Or where's the gap here?
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. So it depends on what's being measured and how you measure whatever's being measured. The international ratings purport to measure happiness. We aim to measure gross national happiness, not happiness. Happiness, a subjective question like, all things considered, how happy are you? Or are you happier now than before? There's just one question of the 156 questions. The others are all objective. And in our case, we measure through 9 domains, 33 indicators, 156 measurements. The other international measurements are different. And if the Scandinavian countries and the people there are always rated happiest, good for them. And we should also study them and listen to their stories and see what we can do better. But we are not measuring happiness of the people. We are measuring the gross national happiness of our people.
Okay. Finally, sir, India, of course, has a lot of people from India go to Bhutan every year as tourists. How do you find that right balance between development, which requires more tourists, but also preserving probably one of the most beautiful pieces and areas on earth, which is your land?
I lost you a little bit. Our connection is not stable.
Sir, I was asking you about how do you strike that balance between tourism and also preservation of nature?
Thank you very much. By following the leadership, the enlightened leadership of our king, they have set us on a path of gross national happiness, and within that framework of gross national happiness, a tourism policy that's called high value, low volume. We want to share the benefits of gross national happiness, of a socially progressive society, a sustainable economy, of a vibrant and unique culture, of the law and order and peace that we enjoy in Bhutan, and most importantly, our environment, our pristine environment. We want to share this not just with our people, but with the world, and in particular with our friends and neighbors in India. But we must be very careful how we share what we want to share. Because if we open the floodgates, then we are going to destroy the very things that we want to protect and showcase to the world. And therefore, we have high value and low volume. And so we are looking at a carrying capacity of about 300,000 per year. And right now, we are at about 150,000 per year only. So we have still the opportunity to increase tourism arrivals by 150,000 per year.
You would like to double your tourists. You would like to double your tourists.
When you talk about doubling, it looks like doubling recklessly. Okay, but we're talking about going from 150,000 to 3 lakhs per year. And for that, we'd like to welcome all international guests to see what we are doing in Bhutan, to be a part of our journey. But specifically, I would like to invite Indians, because they are our friends, they are our immediate neighbors. And in India, while it is already getting very warm in most of India, and decidedly hot where you are, Gaurie, in Bhutan, we are enjoying very good weather conditions out here. Similarly, in the summer, when it gets extremely hot and you have to deal with heavy monsoons, here it is much more milder. A little humid, but much, much more milder. People don't want to visit Bhutan in the winter thinking it's brutally cold. That couldn't be further from the truth. So, Gaurie, please visit us. And maybe you can influence your friends and your viewership also to visit this country that I love so much.
That's a great note to end this conversation, sir. Thank you so much for that invitation. And, well, yes, we'll come good on that sooner than later. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you, Gaurie. Thank you.
Those weeks that he came in, with the 3 weeks that I could be his little girl again, nothing I can do will repay Marie Curie for doing that for me. The amazing gift that they gave me was I was there at his last breath. He was there for my first. I will give everything back that I can to the hospice that gave me so much.
Give better end-of-life care to all. Get your free will guide today.
I've been thinking, I want to plan my funeral so it feels more like a celebration. My parents always said I was born dancing. I just love it. Bhangra, disco, even line dancing. So when my time comes, I want to have music, dancing, the lot.
With over 150 years experience, you can count on Co-op Funeral Care to help you pre-plan the funeral you want. To find out more, visit Co-op Funeral Care or give us a call.
Protect what matters to you with Simply Safe Home Security. Get our Which Best Buy rated starter pack from under £200. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
I like to think ahead. Make sure I've got all the right tools for the job. And now that I've turned 50, it means looking after what I've built. I'll be retiring down the line, and with the mortgage nearly done, I want to make sure that my lot will be protected if anything happened to me. That's why I decided to learn more about over 50s life insurance from Cover Today. They're the only over 50s life insurer with no waiting period. Unlike other insurers who could make you wait up to 2 years for full cover, with Cover Today, you're fully covered from day one. And you're covered for the whole of your life. Plus, unlike other things in life, the price never goes up. Learning more couldn't be simpler and can be done in just a few minutes. Go online or talk to one of their friendly UK team who will chat you through your options in just one phone call. And their claims process is really straightforward, so your loved ones will be looked after.
Cover Today are the only over 50s life insurer with no waiting period. Get covered in minutes with no annoying trips to the doctor. With fixed monthly payments, prices start at just £4.42 a month. Plus, you get your choice of a £125 gift card.
Cover Today has given me genuine peace of mind. And now that's done, I can get on with something much more interesting.
To find out more about Cover Today, call our friendly UK team on 0800 470 4322 or visit covertoday.co.uk.
Make this Ramadan sweeter with Royal Sweets. Delight in authentic treats with your loved ones. Order now at royalsweets.co.uk.
No child should suffer the torture of trachoma, but so many are in pain right now. Nananga's lashes have turned inwards. They rip and tear away at his eyes. Pamelo's sight could be gone forever. He's just 3 years old. Kofanga screams for his mother. His eyes are so infected that he can't even see her. For so many children in the world's poorest countries, trachoma is torture. It's a painful infection often spread by flies, and it's destroying children's eyesight. But it could be stopped if you help today. By calling 0800 021 3925 and giving £2 a month to Sightsavers, you can help make sure children get the treatment they desperately need. You'll help us bring them the medicines and the care that can treat infections. And that means you'll be helping to save children from the torture of trachoma and a life of blindness. Please help us reach them. Call 0800 021 3925, text C7 to 82727, or go online and give just £2 a month now. Because we need you to help save the sight of children like Nananga. We need you to help save them from the torture of trachoma.
Nothing beats a celebration. And at Tesco Mobile, we're ringing in 30 years of Club Card with deals like the Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus, with 25 gigs of data for just £43.99 a month with Club Card prices, saving you £270. Better yet, that price is frozen for the duration of your contract. And you can even bag a £30 Tesco gift card too. It pays to be connected. Search Tesco Mobile. Every little helps.
In People's Postcode Lottery's April draws, a share of £25.4 million must be won. Sign up before midnight on the 31st of March.
Family life. It's made of ups and downs, and those little moments. But should the unthinkable happen to you? Life insurance from Legal & General can help look after monthly bills, the roof over their heads, childcare costs, and most importantly, your family. Because no one protects more families in the UK than us. Premiums start from £5 a month and they never rise. Plus there's a £100 gift card after you apply. Legal & General. Ensure life goes on.
Will you tell me if I'm flying to Delhi to New York, can I take a stopover in Dubai to explore, or do you think it'll be too hectic?
Looking for holiday and flight recommendations in strange places? Don't. Just come to Brighton. Brighton Travel, making travel brighter.
From interesting tech startups to industry-leading companies, politics, sports, culture, curry, cricket. Oh, there's so much to talk about. Like me, if you too thrive on interesting conversations, this is a show you cannot miss. Watch this space to know more about all matters and all people that make Britain what it is today. Out of Britain, with me, Radhika Iyer.
In today's interconnected world, India's voice is more crucial than ever. When India speaks, the world listens. At NDTV World, we are that voice, bringing you intelligent and insightful news from India and beyond. From geopolitics and diplomacy to economic shifts, migrations, tech disruptions, and the stories of our diaspora. We cover the news that shapes our global future. NDTV World, your new home for global news, is here.
A 7.7 magnitude earthquake jolts Thailand. 10 people have died. 50 people are still trapped under the debris after a high-rise collapsed in Bangkok. NDTV is getting you the reports from the ground zero. DMK protests against the centre demanding the release of Manrega funds. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin calls the BJP sadist. An Air Force engineer was shot dead at his residence in Prayagraj. The shooters flee. The police probe is going on. 17 Maoists were killed in an encounter in Chhattisgarh. The Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, Vishnu Deosai, he lauds the security forces and assures to wipe out Naxalism by 2026 from the state. Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Osama Shab. A high-rise building collapsed after a powerful earthquake measuring 7.7 struck Thailand's Bangkok on Friday. The visuals showed the towering structure crumbling to dust and sending thick clouds of debris into the air. There was panic that gripped the area. Terrified residents, they were seen fleeing to safety. In fact, Thailand's defense minister said all 3 people were killed at the site and 90 people are still missing. Rescue operations are currently underway. In fact, the US Army's special forces are also on the location assisting in the rescue operations. NDTV's Vishal Vivek is reporting from Bangkok.
What we have here is one of the robots that are being deployed inside to gain information of what's happening inside. What this robot does is it explains a map to the people outside, and it helps the rescue workers get inside so that they can be safe. To learn more about this, we have some students here. They are studying in Bangkok, and they have designed this, and they have been called in to help in the rescue ops. Can you introduce yourself, sir?
Yes, my name is Jirakan Sukchuran from the KMUTNB. We are a part of IRAP robot team from the KMUTNB also. So we compete in the World Cup Rescue several times, and we get the prize from them. So here we have the urban search and rescue robots.
What does it exactly do? Can you show us the exact components that help us?
Yes, in search and rescue, we need to extract some mapping, 3D mapping inside. So this robot crawl inside with the track here, and you can have seen this tiny sensor here. Yeah. This is the 3D LiDAR sensors that can scan the environment inside of the construction site. Yeah. So yeah, we can grab some information there.
Does this also grab onto something?
Yes, exactly. This is the gripper for grabbing things. So it can grab the objects up to 2 kilograms. And here we also have the thermal camera here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what does that do, thermal camera?
They can scan the thermal gradient images from the inside, so we know the red spot, the hot spot in there. Okay. So probably this is the victims, maybe. Okay. So, yep, we can grab that information for the responders.
The red spots would be where the humans could be trapped.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
So we try to get inside and extract most information that's helpful for the responder, for them to planning the rescue extraction.
As far as we know, this was deployed yesterday, right? It was used in the...
Yes, this is deployed yesterday night. First time we go in not that far. The construction is very cramped and very compacted.
Are you hopeful that this would help in enabling these?
Yes, hopefully that we can grab the information that's helpful for them so they can plan the rescue immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, so in short, they can extract the victim out. Okay. Yep.
Thanks a lot for speaking to us.
Thank you.
This is Vishal reporting from Bangkok with camera person Rohit Vishwakarma. What are the hopes of rescuing them? How long would it take for the rescue?
If we don't have any hope, we will not be working so hard right now.
Any timeline, sir? How long would it take?
We will have to work as quick as we can because in order to save lives, we have to make sure that we won't be able to let it pass 72 hours for the hope that we are still able to search the survivors.
Do you also need more help to enable this operation, or is it enough?
We have been offered the help from local and overseas, in which we are considering to take the necessary assistance that we think it is helpful.
What kind of exact help do you need?
Now? Yeah. Now, the people that are operating the situation, we have enough, sufficient manpower, we have sufficient resources. But if we are offered more help, especially the technological help, we of course would gladly accept.
There are reports saying that this building was on a soft land, or there were questions over this structure itself. Is that the case?
I'm appointing the investigating committee in which I have given them 7 days to report back as to what's going on and what caused the falling down of this building.
A CBI court in Chandigarh is set to deliver its verdict on Saturday in the 2008 cash at judge's door case involving Justice Nirmal Yadav, who was a judge at the Punjab and Haryana High Court at that particular time. The case began when a bag with rupees 15 lakh was dropped off at the home of Justice Nirmaljeet Kaur, also a sitting judge of the same High Court. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi is scheduled to visit the RSS headquarters tomorrow. Arrangements are being made for the Prime Minister's upcoming visit. During this particular visit, the PM will honour B.R. Ambedkar with a tribute. Additionally, the Prime Minister will pay respects to Hedgewar and Golwalkar.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is all set to visit Nagpur on March 30th. That is the first day of the Hindu calendar and also called Gudi Padwa. On this very day, Prime Minister would be visiting several places, but one amongst them is Diksha Bhumi, where we are reporting from. That building that you are witnessing on your screens is Diksha Bhumi here in Nagpur, where Dr. B.R. Ambedkar embraced Buddhism along with thousands of Dalits in 1956, and Prime Minister is also to visit over here to pay homage to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Meanwhile, this visit to Diksha Bhumi comes even as the BJP government at the centre and in states are taking steps to woo Dalits in a big way. It is the Modi government who had been stating that it is them who had brought a lot of new policies for the Dalits in the country, and therefore the reason perhaps this visit to Diksha Bhumi holds real significance. Last minute preparations are underway over here on a massive scale as far as Diksha Bhumi is concerned. The cleaning work and beautification is still underway, and it is this newly rolled road that had been also constructed as far as Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit is concerned. Prime Minister would be visiting several other places in Nagpur, but certainly he will be also coming over here at Diksha Bhumi to pay homage to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. This is Aishwarya Jain with video journalist Ashok Mahale for NDTV in Nagpur. Prime Minister during his visit to Nagpur on Gudi Padwa will also visit Smriti Mandir here in Nagpur, which is a resting place for first Sarsang Chalak of RSS, Dr. Hedgewar, and also is the resting place for his successor, M.S. Golwalkar. Prime Minister Narendra Modi would be visiting these premises of Smriti Temple over here and would be paying tribute to the first and the second RSS chief. Narendra Modi would be the second Prime Minister after Atal Bihari Vajpayee who would be visiting this Smriti Mandir, which is being run by the RSS. It's a 7 acres complex which consists of auditorium halls, the dormitory halls, and also the founders and also the officials of different organizations related to the RSS visits here. In 1925, the Sangh was founded, and 1928, the camp was first formed, and that was institutionalized over here at this very place. Prime Minister Narendra Modi visiting this temple, this premises, holds a very important significance as far as the relations between the RSS and the Bharatiya Janata Party. This comes right at a time when Bharatiya Janata Party needs to pick up the new president, but just before that, it's a 20 minutes brief program, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, accompanied with the RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat, would be visiting this particular complex, which is called the Smriti Temple. We've been also told that it is one of the key places of the RSS in Nagpur, where all the official programs are being hosted, and it would be tomorrow when Prime Minister Narendra Modi would be visiting and sharing stage with RSS chief. Directly after landing in Nagpur, he will be visiting Smriti Temple and would be paying tributes to the RSS founder, Dr. Hitgiver. This is Aishwarya Jain with the journalist Shok Mahale for NDTV in Nagpur.
Well, the DMK members are continuing to protest, and the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, he has said that the BJP doesn't like Mahatma Gandhi and the Manrega, which is named after him. Chief Minister Stalin accused the BJP government at the center of being unconcerned over the plight of the Manrega workers. Now, during this protest, the members held placards condemning the center and asking Prime Minister Narendra Modi, "Where's our salary?" Another placard said that the Chief Minister was providing rupees 1,000 monthly financial aid to the women. An Indian Air Force civil engineer was shot dead Saturday morning at his official residence in the cantonment area in Uttar Pradesh's Prayagraj. This is what the police has said. An unknown person shot at the engineer from the window while he was sleeping in his room in the engineers' colony inside the Air Force station. Air Force civil engineer S.N. Mishra, a 51-year-old, he received a bullet in his chest and he was rushed to the army hospital. Mishra there succumbed to his injuries at the hospital. The shooters fled the spot after firing at Mishra. The police are now investigating this case. All right, my colleague Ranveer joins us to take us through the latest. Ranveer, give us the details.
In Prayagraj, Bamroli Airport is located in outskirts, and in the Air Force colony, Chief Civil Engineer S.N. Mishra, he was sleeping last night, and in the night time, someone shot him dead. He shot the fire from window and fled from the spot. That the area which is nearby airport is a very high secured area, and that's why this murder case is investigated by top officials, the top police officials, as well as Air Force cops. They visited the spot, the forensic work gone through, and the investigation is going on that why the murder is being done and who was behind this murder in the very sensitive and a high profile area of Prayagraj. So Chief Engineer S.N. Mishra was shot dead, and the dead body of Date Mishra was sent for post-mortem, and the police is investigating the case.
All right, a CBI court in Chandigarh has acquitted Nirmal Yadav in the cash at judge's door. This case involving Justice Nirmal Yadav, who was a judge at the Punjab and Haryana High Court at that time. The case began when a 15 lakh rupee bag, a bag carrying 15 lakh rupees, was dropped off at the home of Justice Nirmaljeet Kaur, who is also a sitting judge of the same High Court. And my colleague Gurpreet Singh Chirna joins us to take us through the details of this story. Gurpreet, break it down for us. What is this entire case?
Well, we have seen a few minutes back the District Court of Chandigarh, CBI, they had already acquitted Justice Nirmal Yadav along with the other accused. They have already been acquitted in this case. This case, which was registered in 2008, and we have seen the multiple level investigation was being carried out by the local police after this case was handed over to the CBI, and very clear allegations on August 2008, rupees 15 lakh had been reached at the residence of then serving Justice Nirmaljeet Kaur, and after that, during the course of investigation, when that money had been handed over to the local police, the course of investigation, it was learned from the then additional Advocate General Sanjeev Bansal, who was one of the main accused in this case. They have learned this money was meant for Justice Nirmal Yadav, but was not for Nirmaljeet Kaur. So multiple level investigation had been taken place since 2008, and this case was under trial. A few minutes back, we have seen very clear verdict which has come from CBI court of Chandigarh, where they all had been acquitted in this case. So as of now, we have seen the big relief which has been given to Justice Yadav, and she has been facing multiple investigations since 2008. Back to studio.
All right, Gurpreet Singh Channa, thank you very much for getting us all the latest. Just to reiterate, in this particular case, Justice Nirmal Yadav, she has been acquitted in the case where a 15 lakh rupee carrying a bag carrying 15 lakh rupee was dropped off at the home of Justice Nirmaljeet Kaur, who was also a sitting judge of the same High Court. The breaking story at this point is that a CBI court in Chandigarh has now acquitted Nirmal Yadav in that particular case. Time for a very short break. More news and updates on the other side.
You know, the toughest part of the whole grief, I'll never forget, is when Nan turned to me one time. And she goes, "John, I don't know what's happening to me."
Those weeks that he came in, with the 3 weeks that I could be his little girl again, nothing I can do will repay Marie Curie for doing that for. The amazing gift that they gave me was I was there at his last breath. He was there for my first.
In the calls, they just listen. She just said, "John, just speak."
Although people don't like to talk about it, but we're getting older, it has to be done.
You start to think about, well, what would I do? Where would I want to leave things?
I will give everything back that I can to the hospice that gave me so much, not only in my name, but in Dad's name.
Who do I give my assets to?
Didn't realise you had a choice.
Give better end-of-life care to all. Get your free will guide today.
People's Postcode Lottery's big spring win is back.
Yes, in the April draws, you and your neighbours could win a share of
£25.4 million! Own or rent, if your door is in the draw, you're in with a chance to win.
Could your door be a winning one?
Sign up before midnight on the 31st of March.
A share of £25.4 million must be won. So,
is your door in the draw?
Sign up and start saving with Quidco today. Get cashback every time you shop on over 5,000 brands. It always pays to Quidco.
With Post Office Over 50s life cover, enjoy peace of mind knowing your family will receive a guaranteed payout when you're gone. UK resident 50 to 80, your guaranteed acceptance. No health checks and from just £1.15 a week. Plus free 24/7 GP access with the health and wellbeing benefit. Purchase and receive a £125 gift card for amazon.co.uk, Tesco or M&S. Visit postoffice.co.uk/over50s.
When Tony passed, we wanted to celebrate him his way. All he ever spoke about was bite this, bite that. I'll never forget our first date. Huge grin on his face as he rode up on that big noisy thing. And that's exactly the way he'd want to be remembered.
At Co-op Funeral Care, we know everyone is different. That's why we offer funeral plans to funeral services that are personal, every step of the way.
When you paint by feeling, you can come home to a blooming good day. Change starts here. Dulux.
This baby bear is terrified. Torn from her mother's paws at a tender age. They will force her to live alone in a tiny, filthy cage, like so many bears driven mad by loneliness, rubbing their wounds raw against the bars, suffering cruelly day after day, year after year, just for people's entertainment. Four Paws found little Potap crammed into a tiny, squalid cage. He'd been there for almost 9 years, lonely and isolated. There are so many more young bears who need your help. Please call 0800 038 0496 or text BEAR5 to 70800 to give £3 a month via your mobile phone. Every month, your £3 could help us free more bears. Help give bears the veterinary care they need and help them live happy, healthy lives in the freedom of our natural sanctuaries. Please call 0800 038 0496 or text BEAR5 to 70800 to give £3 a month via your mobile phone and help Four Paws free bears from agonising torture. Please, don't leave these bears to suffer for a single day more.
What are you so happy about?
I've just made a claim. We could be owed thousands.
My claim group?
Yeah, the cars we bought on finance, well, the lenders could have charged hidden commissions. It's dead simple to claim.
Hey, I had 2 cars before we met.
Go to My Claim Group. You could be owed thousands in hidden commissions from cars you bought on finance since 2007, even if you can't remember the details.
Done.
Simple, eh?
Go to My Claim Group now.
Claims made simple.
Right now, UNICEF is supporting millions of children in emergencies around the world. Teams are bringing medical supplies for children in Yemen, clean water and medicines in Afghanistan, healthcare and safe spaces for Ukraine's children. £32 could help provide a health worker with a large first aid kit. Search UNICEF Supplies now or text SUPPLIES to 61145 because your support brings hope for children caught in crisis.
Shop hundreds of big deals right now at AO. Get savings on electricals big and small from brands like Hisense, Samsung and Dyson. Plus, with finance options available, no wonder we're the UK's most trusted major electrical retailer. Shop now at ao.com.
The India-US strategic partnership is one that's been developing now over the last several decades, and there's a great sense of optimism over here in India that it is headed in a particular direction. To tell us a little bit about...
Chandigarh has acquitted Nirmal Yadav in the cash at judge's door case that involves Justice Nirmal Yadav, who was a judge at the Punjab and Haryana High Court at that very time. In fact, this entire case began when a bag with rupees 15 lakh was dropped off at the home of Justice Nirmaljeet Kaur, who's also a sitting judge of the same High Court at that particular time. So in this particular case, a decision has been made by the Chandigarh court. The verdict has been will be announced shortly. She has been acquitted in that particular case. In fact, my colleague Gurpreet Singh Chinna joins us live to take us through the latest. Gurpreet, over to you.
Well, joining us, Advocate Vishal Garg, we will talk to him. So we have seen the decision has come in this case, and Justice Yadav along with other accused have been declared acquitted in this case. So what was the case, and today we have seen the judgment has come from the court.
देखिए, in 2008 one FIR was lodged by Chandigarh police, and after that this matter was referred to CBI by the Honorable Governor of Chandigarh. तो उसके बाद जो CBI है उन्होंने investigate किया, and after investigation they filed closure report in the special court CBI Chandigarh, and after some time they again took up the matter and filed challan against the accused persons. But today, after 17 years, the judgment has come out, and all the accused have been declared innocent in this matter.
How many accused were in this FIR? We have seen initially Chandigarh police investigated this case, and after that we have seen this case has been handed over to CBI. How many accused in this case?
Initially there were 5 accused. Out of 5, 1 has already been expired, and other 4 people who were arraigned as accused in this case, they have been declared innocent by the court.
Multiple level investigation was being taken by Chandigarh police, and after that CBI also. What do you sense of this case? Now we have seen Justice Nirmal Yadav has been acquitted in this case. What do you sense this case?
देखिए जो ये मैटर है that was based upon totally false story and all the evidences were found to be false. That's why the court has acquitted us.
We have seen initially 15 lakh rupees which was supposed to be delivered to Nirmal Yadav, that had been delivered to Nirmal Jeet, and after that we have seen the multiple investigation has been taken place. No final outcome has come from the honorable court also. Now what do you analysis of this case?
देखिए सर, जो ये 15 लाख की जो स्टोरी है दैट इज़ टोटली फॉल्स. कोई ऐसा पैसा ना ही कहीं पर गया है, ना ही कोई किसी भी एविडेंस ने आकर ये नहीं कहा कि जी हाँ जी ये पैसा कोई ऐसा डिलीवरी किया गया है. दैट्स इट.
So, this is Vishal Garg, lawyer of Justice Nirmal Yadav. He says all the accused in this case have been acquitted by the special CBI court in Chandigarh. Back to studio.
Right, Gurpreet, what were the key reasons that were cited by the CBI court in this particular case in Chandigarh for acquitting Justice Nirmal Yadav? We heard from the lawyer. What were the key reasons there?
Well, we have seen this case was registered in 2008, and after that we have seen that the case was investigated by Chandigarh police, and after that we have seen the governor of Punjab and UT administrator, he has referred this case to CBI. Multiple level investigation was being taken out, and what we have learned from the lawyer, around 80 witnesses have been examined in this whole case. And today we have seen what we have learned from the lawyer. He says there was a false allegation of 15 lakh rupees which was supposed to be delivered at the residence of Nirmal Yadav, but that money had gone to Justice Nirmaljeet Kaur, and after that we have seen she had handed over that money to the local police, and multi-level investigation had been started by the Chandigarh police, and after that we have seen CBI started investigation. But now final outcome of this case has come from CBI Special Court of Chandigarh, where we have seen all the accused, including Justice Nirmal Yadav, have been acquitted in this case.
Gurpreet, were there any sort of concerns or any sort of controversies surrounding the CBI's investigation into this case, and did that also in a way impact the outcome of this trial?
Well, we have seen earlier also CBI had filed a closure report. Then there were a lot of questions which were being raised over the investigation, and finally they had started re-investigation, and they produced a challan in the Honorable CBI court, and we have seen the trials were going on. Today it was a final verdict which has come from the special CBI court of Chandigarh, in which during the proceeding they have recorded all the statement, examined all the witness, and finally they have come to this conclusion that all the accused have been acquitted in this case. So as of now we have seen the lawyer has already saying 15 lakh rupees was not delivered to anyone, but it was a false allegation which was being raised by the complainant in this case, and by the multiple level investigation was being taken in this case. So finally the outcome of this case was very clear, that all the accused, including Justice Nirmal Yadav, they have been acquitted in this case.
All right, Gurpreet Singh Chinna, thank you very much for getting us all the latest as far as this entire breaking story is concerned. Meanwhile, a major success for the security forces in Chhattisgarh, Sukhma, as a total of 17 Maoists have been killed in an intense encounter. Among the slain rebels is top Maoist leader Jagdish, who carried a bounty of rupees 25 lakh on his head. According to the police, the security forces launched an anti-Naxal operation based on intelligence inputs about Maoist presence in the Sukhma district. A joint team of the district reserve guard and the CRPF engaged in a fierce gun battle with the Maoists, resulting in the recovery of 17 bodies so far. Security forces have also seized a large cache of weapons from the encounter site.
सुकमा में आज नक्सली मुठभेड़ हो रहा है, और इस बहादुरी के लिए हम अपने सुरक्षा बल के जवानों को बहुत बहुत बधाई धन्यवाद देते हैं, उनके साहस को नमन करते हैं, और लगातार हमारी सरकार को नक्सलवाद में बड़ी सफलता मिल रही है। हमारे सुरक्षा बल के जवान ताकत के साथ, बहादुरी के साथ नक्सलवाद के खिलाफ में लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं, और अभी तक ये 15 महीने में बहुत बड़ी सफलता मिली है जो पूरा देश जानता है।
आज दिनांक 29 मार्च को जिला सुकमा एवं दंतेवाड़ा के सीमावर्ती इलाका में प्रतिबंधित एवं गैरकानूनी सीपी माओवादी कैडर की उपस्थिति की आसूचना के आधार पर डीआरजी सुकमा एवं सीआरपीएफ का संयुक्त बल सर्च अभियान के लिए रवाना किए गए थे। अभियान के दौरान आज प्रातः 8 बजे से लेकर अनेक बार माओवादी एवं सुरक्षा बल के बीच में मुठभेड़ हुई। घटनास्थल से काफ़ी बड़ी संख्या में AK-47, SLR, इंसास एवं अन्य हथियार भी बरामद किए गए थे। आसपास इलाके में अभी सर्चिंग जारी है। इस मुठभेड़ के दौरान हमारा 2 जवान घायल भी हो गए। उनकी स्थिति अभी सामान्य एवं खतरा से बाहर है। उनकी इवैक्यूएशन के लिए आवश्यक व्यवस्था की जा रही है। आसपास इलाके में रीइंफोर्समेंट टीम द्वारा भी सर्चिंग की जा रही है। इस मुठभेड़ में अन्य और भी माओवादी कैडर घायल होना या मारा जाने की संभावना है।
A major ruckus erupted during Masoom Sharma's concert at Punjab University in Chandigarh, part of the Aghaz 2025 Fest. Around 10:30 p.m., as the Haryanvi singer performed for a crowd exceeding 5,000, a violent clash broke out backstage between two student groups. What began as a scuffle over a personal dispute escalated when a knife was drawn, resulting in one student, a 22-year-old from Himachal Pradesh named Vikram, being fatally stabbed. 4 others were injured, 2 are critical. Chaos ensued as attendees, they fled and the police intervened, halting the show. 2 suspects were arrested and a murder case has also been filed. While Masoom Sharma wasn't involved in the fight, the tragedy, it overshadowed his performance, sparking concerns about crowd control at his event. And high-tech rescue operations are underway at the building that collapsed in Bangkok on Friday. In fact, we are getting you all the latest from the ground zero there. But an elderly couple in Karnataka's Belagavi district died by suicide after being harassed by cyber fraudsters on the pretext of digital arrest. In the suicide note, the couple named 2 individuals, Sumit Birra and Anil Yadav. Birra, who allegedly claimed to be a telecom department official from New Delhi, informed the victims that a SIM card had been fraudulently purchased in their name and was being used for illegal advertisements. Birra later allegedly transferred the call to Yadav, who claimed to be from the crime branch. Falling prey to the scam, the couple transferred over 50 lakh rupees and were being asked to send more money by the scamsters. Remember, there is no official action such as a digital arrest which police personnel can take in any situation. This is for our viewers. If you receive such phone calls or any such video calls, immediately contact the local police officials.
ಪ್ರಕರಣ ನಾವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ದಾಖಲೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೈಬರ್ ಅಪರಾಧದ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ದಾಖಲೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇವರ ಸುಸೈಡ್ ನೋಟದ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವರ ಸುಸೈಡ್ಗೆ ಅಬೆಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಅಳವಡಿಸಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ.
ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಹೆಸರು ಏನಾದರೂ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ?
ನಮಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ನಾವು ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ
An overspeeding SUV was trying to overtake a Toyota Etios on the Senapati Bapat Marg bridge. A taxi with the driver and a woman were approaching from the nearby flower market. After dashing the Etios slightly, the SUV diverted and ramped into the taxi coming from the other end. The overspeeding nature of SUV resulted in massive damage to the taxi and instant death of both the people in it. The driver of the SUV has been sent for a medical examination and the traffic has been cleared by the police after clearing this act. In fact, a massive accident took place at the Senapati Bapat Marg flyover in Dadar. And the Ukraine has claimed that Russia has attacked with drones. The Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says that the country, Ukraine, has been attacked by over 170 drones. He also added that 21 people have been injured in this attack so far and that Russia is actually mocking the peace efforts. Meanwhile, Randhir Jaiswal, the MEA spokesperson, is speaking on the current situation in Thailand after that earthquake. Listen in.
A God of creation, at a time when we are extending a helping hand to the government of Myanmar, to the people of Myanmar, to rebuild their country in the wake of the devastation. This particular name of the operation has a special resonance, a special meaning. The first aircraft carrying 15 tons of relief material took off at around 3 a.m. this morning from Hindon Air Force Base. It reached Yangon at around 8 a.m. India time. Our ambassador was there to receive the relief material, and thereafter he handed it over to the Chief Minister of Yangon, and from there these 15 tons of relief material have been sent out to those parts of country which need help. These 15 tons of material comprise tents, blankets, essential medicines, tarpaulin, sleeping bags, gensets, solar lamps, food packets, kitchen sets, etc. Also essential medicines. Thereafter, 2 aircraft with search and rescue personnel and equipment along with canines have left. One of them have left, I understand, and the other one is in the process of leaving for Naypyidaw. I will subsequently request our colleague to give you a little more details of what these 2 aircraft, what essential commodities they are taking for the people of Myanmar. But in short, there are 80 NDRF search and rescue team personnel specialists, along with equipment, relief material, and a canine squad is also part of this team. Obviously, there are gensets, hygiene kits, food packets, essential medicines, kitchen sets, which form part of this second tranche of relief material that is being sent to Naypyidaw. They are expected to reach Naypyidaw later this evening, and thereafter they'll be taken from there with the help of the local government. They'll be taken to Mandalay, that area which has seen the maximum devastation. A third tranche of support that we are providing.
All right, that was the MEA spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal briefing the media about the current situation in Myanmar as well as in Thailand. We'll slip into a very short break. More news and updates on the other side.
Now I'm retired, I can spend more time with my grandson. I'm proud of him and want to help any way I can. Which reminds me.
Welcome to British Seniors, the UK's #1 rated provider of over 50s life insurance.
Hi, I'd like a quick quote.
No problem. We're proud to offer our seniors lifetime guarantee. With 100% of claims having been paid, we guarantee your premiums will never go up and that you'll speak to one of our specialists in the UK.
Well, that's good to know.
UK residents aged 50 to 80 are guaranteed to be accepted. Depending on your age, your loved ones can get a cash payout up to £10,000.
And that money can help with my funeral costs or even be used as a gift. I'll do it.
Plus, when you sign up, you'll receive a £135 gift card and free 24/7 GP advice and health services.
Thanks, Mum, for everything.
Be proud to protect your loved ones with British Seniors. To get a free quote today, call our UK team on 0800 158 552 or visit britishseniors.co.uk.
Hey, look at our Simply Safe home security system.
Let's install it.
We need another camera.
What for?
The collectibles. What?
Now you've got a camera each.
Yay!
Systems start from under £200 when you buy a professional monitoring plan. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Our first year as a family flew by. And now, I want to make sure he'll be financially protected for all his birthdays to come. And that's why I'm calling Smart Insurance.
Hi, how can I help?
Hi, I'd like a quick quote for family life insurance.
OK, you can choose a benefit amount up to £750,000 depending on your age.
That's great.
If you're a UK resident aged 18 to 64, you can apply with just a few health and lifestyle questions. For £250,000 of cover, the price starts at just £14.77 a month.
That's less than I thought. And could help my wife pay off the mortgage.
And with our Smart Family Guarantee, you'll have peace of mind.
That's good to know.
You'll also receive a 100% advance in the event of terminal illness and 10% cashback on your first year's premiums. That's the Smart Cashback. Plus, you get your choice of a £125 gift card.
Protect the life you've built the smart way. To get a free quote today, call our specialist UK team on 0808 141 5855 or visit smartinsurance.co.uk.
A lot of banks will let you open bank accounts, put some cash away into a fixed deposit account, or open an ISA online with a few clicks. But very few have branches that you can walk into and talk to someone without an appointment.
But there are only some banks which have been serving you for more than 100 years in the UK to do all this.
That bank is SBI UK.
A Fortune 500 financial institution offering technology-driven banking solutions with a human touch. SBI UK, the bank with a global reach.
I want to break free. God knows I want to break free.
Leave work at work. Snap into the new delicious Kit Kat sharing bar. Irresistible fillings covered in thick marbled swirls. Perfect for sharing. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
With PlusNet, great value broadband isn't just about price, it's also about speed. This kind of speed. Oh, there's a router. Get full fibre from $25.99 a month with speeds up to 900 megabits. Fast broadband you can rely on. That's a plus. Call us now or visit plus.net for our best price. Ends 2nd of April.
At Vodafone, save £792 with the Google Pixel 9. Plus, with Circle to Search, you can instantly search anything on your phone without switching apps, only on Android. Hurry, deal ends 17th of April. Go online or in-store today. Vodafone.
Ayer no tenía comida y la niña estaba mal. Lloró. Estábamos tristes.
All over the world, millions of children like Fatun, Leolida and Monica are going hungry because of conflict, displacement and extreme weather. We urgently need your help to fight acute hunger and malnutrition. Please search Save the Children or visit savethechildren.org.uk to give £5 a month. You can help give hungry families life-saving food and provide malnourished children the treatment they need to recover. Please, donate today.
Wouldn't life be so much easier if you could control your blinds at the touch of a button? With Ultra Smart Blinds from Appeal, there's no chains, cords or wiring because these stylish blinds are driven by a rechargeable power pack. New Ultra Smart Blinds from Appeal, the intelligent solution for home shading.
Children affected by the war in Ukraine still need our help. Homes, schools and hospitals have been destroyed. UNICEF is still providing life-saving supplies and vital services. £25 could help provide emergency supplies like safe water, maternity kits or essential vaccines. Search UNICEF Ukraine or text Ukraine to 84903 and help children caught up in this terrible war today.
The India-US strategic partnership is one that's been developing now over the last several decades, and there's a great sense of optimism over here in India that it is headed in a particular direction. To tell us a little bit about that, and there are so many important global events taking place, Tulsi Gabbard with us, the Director of National Intelligence. It's wonderful to have you here in India, and thank you so much for speaking to us. In terms of the strategic relationship and the intelligence arrangements between India and the United States, to what extent is it premised on perhaps an expansionist or an expanding China and the Asia-Pacific region?
You know, the ties between our two countries, the United States and India, go very, very far back. And so what we're continuing to see is a strengthening of that partnership and recognizing that the mutual interests of both of our countries are centered around peace, prosperity, freedom, and security. So now as we see a new administration coming in with President Trump's leadership in the United States, of course, Prime Minister Modi's long-standing leadership here in India, we have two leaders of our two great countries who are very good friends and who are very focused on how we can strengthen those shared objectives and those shared interests.
So in a sense, it's taking forward what we already have in terms of the strategic partnership, and that's one of your primary goals, right?
It is.
And how were your meetings to that end?
It is. I've been having great meetings, and of course this began with Prime Minister Modi's visit to President Trump in Washington, D.C., very shortly after he was inaugurated back into office for a second term, where they really set the tone and set the vision for where a stronger U.S.-India partnership and friendship can lead to. And so my visit here is really predicated on the work that has already been done, and I've been having great conversations with my counterparts here in the Indian government. I just met with the Minister of Defense a few minutes ago, and looking forward to visiting with Prime Minister Modi here later today.
And you met the Prime Minister in Washington as well some time back. How did that go? I mean,
it was...
we saw the pictures.
Briefly tell us, how did you guys start the content creation journey? आपके लिए सफर शुरू कैसे हुआ?
मुझे लगता है कि सोचता तो कोई भी नहीं है कि कैसे स्टार्ट करना है, लेकिन डेस्टिनी जो होती है वो आदमी को ले जाती है उसके रास्ते पर। It's been 7 years now, और 7 साल से मैं लिख रहा हूँ। I write poetries, मैं गाने बना रहा हूँ, और अब आपके सामने बैठा हूँ।
Hello everyone. So back in 2016 मेरे कॉलेज का लास्ट ईयर था, and I'm an engineer, so obvious बात होगी कि आधे क्रिएटर इंजीनियर ही मिलते हैं. So फाइनल ईयर कुछ करने को था नहीं. I used to trek a lot, and ट्रैवल से इतना प्यार हो गया तो मुझे लगा कि कुछ करते हैं. So धीरे धीरे करते करते इस स्टेज पे आ गए. Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Radhika Sharma. My blog name is Nomlers. I actually started as a business research analyst. So I was working for 3.5 years. BCom honors start kiya tha, and I never had or took a break, and I started working. So I thought it's time for a break to figure things out. And ये बात ही 2018 की, जब content creation और blogging एक field या industry नहीं कहलाती थी. So I just took a break, thought I'll do freelancing and I'll give it a shot. And remote job भी कोई ऐसी चीज़ नहीं थी उस time पे. So I thought I'll travel, I'll do freelancing. But then धीरे धीरे it picked up, and then there was no turning back.
Lovely. We love the content, so आप लोग travel करते हैं और आप music और poetry के साथ खेलते हैं और हम सबको entertain करते हैं. But you know, we are on different platforms. हमारे पास कई platforms हैं, हमारे पास कई ऐसे mediums हैं. Content creators, क्या आपको वो वाला feel अब आने लगा? Because we are in 2025, this industry has seen several years, at least half a decade जिसमें full हमने इसका blow देखा है. बहुत सारे लोग I'm sure ये wonder करते हैं like what next? What's the next thing? वो चीज़ hit करने लग गई है?
ऐसा तो कभी नहीं हुआ कि जहन में ये है कि इसके बाद क्या, क्योंकि करने को इतना कुछ है. और इवन पोइट्री, आप में से कोई है जो पोइट्री सुनता है या करता है? आप लोग तो ये जितने भी आर्टिस्ट लोग हैं, आई नो आप सब लोग आर्टिस्ट लोग हो. एवरीबडी इज़ अ आर्टिस्ट नाउ. बट हाँ, ये बहुत अच्छी बात है कि आदमी अपने आप को ये मानता है कि वो आर्टिस्ट है. आर्टिस्ट तभी बन जाता है आदमी जब ये मान लेता है कि वो आर्टिस्ट है. तो मुझे लगता है इतनी बड़ी फील्ड है कि इसमें एक्सप्लोर करने के लिए बहुत कुछ है. तो अगर आपको लगता है कि आपकी आर्ट ओल्ड हो रही है तो फिर आप इतने पैशनेट नहीं हो अपनी आर्ट को लेकर.
Right, and we've got all of them via Explorer, by the way, which is another platform. Abhimanyu, what's your answer?
Yeah, so जैसे मैं बीच में बहुत ज़्यादा एनालिटिकल था. सो आई वॉज इन टू गवर्नमेंट एग्जाम्स. तो मैंने SSC CGL 2 बार क्रैक किया था बिफोर ऑल दिस. एंड आई टोल्ड माई मॉम सो आई टोल्ड माई मॉम कि मेरे को ट्रैकिंग करनी है एंड कंटेंट क्रिएशन करना है. सो मुझे आज भी वो दिन याद है. तो उन्होंने कहा था कि जब तेरी शादी का टाइम आएगा तो रिश्ते वालों को क्या कहेंगे कि लड़का पहाड़ चढ़ता है. तो उस टाइम पे मैं बहुत एनालिटिकली मैंने सोचा, बहुत रिसर्च करी. तो कुछ क्रिएटर्स का मैंने देखा कि उनका क्या से है इस बारे में, जो सीजन्ड क्रिएटर्स हैं. तो उसमें एक बहुत अच्छी लाइन मैंने सुनी थी कि द क्वेश्चन इजंट कि प्लेटफॉर्म कब तक है, कब तक प्लेटफॉर्म रेलिवेंट रहेगा, कब तक आगे क्या चीज़ें होंगी. द क्वेश्चन इज आप कब तक रेलिवेंट रह सकते हो, आप कब तक सर्वाइव कर सकते हो, क्योंकि मीडिया, एंटरटेनमेंट, क्रिएटिविटी, आर्टिस्ट, ये सब हमेशा से रहे हैं. चार्ली चैपलिन उससे भी पहले से, मतलब इफ़ वी लुक बैक, किसी भी फॉर्म का आर्ट या फिर अ वे ऑफ मोड ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन वो हमेशा से रहा है एंड वो हमेशा रेलिवेंट रहेगा. इट इज़ अबाउट यू, आप कब तक रेलिवेंट रह सकते हो, आप कब तक अपने आप को ऐसे प्रेजेंट कर सकते हो कि लोगों को मज़ा आए, लोगों को एंटरटेनिंग लगे. सो मैं वही फॉलो करता हूँ एंड आई होप कि मतलब आई कैन इवॉल्व माई सेल्फ उस वे से आगे तक.
आई शिफ्ट गियर हियर. राधिका, आपसे जवाब चाहूँगा. आपको याद है आपकी पहली रील जो वायरल गई और विच पुट यू ऑन द मैप?
Actually, when I started, Reels जैसा कुछ था ही नहीं. Actually, Instagram पे stories जैसा भी कुछ section नहीं था. It was just like static posts that we used to post. After quitting my job, I went to Mauritius on a budget trip, and I loved taking pictures, and I was writing my blog. So at that time, pictures were really performing well, and travel companies started noticing, and they wanted to work. And at that time, when they approached me to work, it was very new because I didn't know that something like this exists. So I was like, really, you want to work with me? But that was a change in my life. And slowly, I started working with them, creating content for them. Instagram started expanding, Reels aaya, and when Reels came, it was so new. It was very difficult to navigate because when you are doing this for so long, it's very difficult to make a switch. So we had to make a switch. But Reels actually put so many of us out there in terms of finances and also in terms of making us see more of the
But
world.
do you remember one content piece that puts you on the map? कोई पहला ऐसा content
I think I'll
piece?
say Mauritius.
Mauritius trip.
Yeah.
That worked for you, Abhimanyu?
आई रिमेंबर. सो एक आप लोगों को एक स्केल का भी आइडिया लग जाएगा. सो एज शी सेड, पहले मतलब रील्स वगैरह कुछ नहीं थी एंड वी स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम फोटोग्राफी, कोर फोटोग्राफी जो होता था, एंड वो भी बेसिक बिल्कुल स्मार्टफोन के थ्रू, जो आजकल ये DSLR वाला जो बीच में उठा था, बट प्रॉपर स्मार्टफोन से हम करते थे. एंड आई स्टिल रिमेंबर 2016-17 में आई डिड अ ट्रैक कॉल्ड केदारकंठा. आजकल काफ़ी फेमस है, न्यू ईयर पे सब लोग जाते हैं, 2-3 हज़ार लोग होते हैं वहाँ पे. जब मैंने किया था पूरे ट्रेल पे 30-40 लोग भी नहीं थे. वहाँ की एक फ़ोटो थी मेरी, एंड वो मैंने जब सबमिट पुश किया था, मैं सुबह अराउंड 6 o'clock वहाँ पहुँचा था एंड सनराइज़ वाले टाइम पे बहुत ही गंदी हालत थी मेरी लुक वाइज में, बट दैट फोटो गॉट, आई स्टिल रिमेंबर, 400 लाइक्स और ऐसे मैं जंप कर रहा था. आई वाज
Which year was this?
दिस 2016-17.
अच्छा.
एंड जब रील्स आई, तो फर्स्ट रील जो वायरल हुई थी, वो जस्ट टू गिव यू अ स्केल का ये आइडिया देने के लिए कि तो पोस्ट पे 400 लाइक एंड मैं जंप कर रहा था. मैं कहा यार क्या किल कर दिया, मज़ा आ गया. एंड रील जो पहली वायरल हुई थी वो एक ऑडियो थी कि ये हमारी कार है, ये हमें और यहाँ पार्टी हो रही है. तो दैट रील वेंट वायरल, जो यशराज है उन्होंने ऑडियो बनाई थी,
पार्टी हो रही है.
एंड दैट रील वेंट वायरल. तो उस पर 3.5 मिलियन व्यूज आए एंड बैक टू बैक फॉलोअर्स ऐसे आ रहे हैं. और उस टाइम पे कंबाइंड नोटिफिकेशन नहीं आती थी कि 100 अदर्स फॉलोड यू, ऐसे एक इंडिविजुअल आ रहा. एंड मैं ऐसे बैठ के रिफ्रेश करता, नया नाम लिखा होता और ऐसे मेरे को डोपामिन हिट मिल रहा कि यार पता नहीं क्या कर दिया. सो एंड आज के टाइम पे वो नंबर अब और दोबारा चेंज हो गया, बेटर नंबर्स, हायर नंबर्स आ गए. सो
अब ऑडियंस भी ज़्यादा है इंस्टाग्राम पर.
वही तो एक वो जो चेंज आता है ना स्केल का, कि स्टार्टिंग में सर्टेन नंबर आपको जो लगता है, एंड तो बहुत लोग इसलिए, मतलब जस्ट टू गिव अ मैसेज, कि बहुत लोग ऐसे उनको अच्छा नहीं लगता, डिसहार्टन हो जाते हैं स्टार्टिंग में जब अप्रूवल नहीं मिलता उनको कंटेंट को. दे फील कि यार मज़ा आ नहीं रहा है, फीडबैक भी नहीं मिल रहा है, अप्रिसिएशन भी नहीं मिल रहा है, रहने देते हैं. तो इट इज़ अ जर्नी, इट टेक्स टाइम टू बिल्ड अ करियर. तो ऐसा नहीं होता कि आप बस आए करा और वायरल हो गए सब.
Right. After we hear Mukul's answer, we'll also come to you. So if you guys have any questions, just think about it. First reel, first content piece जो आपके लिए काम कर गया.
ऐसे मुझे लगता है बहुत सारे, मतलब जैसे आप लोग बूम हो गए, मेरा कोई ऐसा कंटेंट नहीं था जो बहुत बूम हो गया हो.
ग्रेजुअल रहा आपके लिए.
हाँ, मेरा बहुत ग्रेजुअल रहा. लेकिन मैंने पहला शो दिल्ली में करा था, जामिया हमदर्द यूनिवर्सिटी, इफ़ यू नो. तो पहला शो फ्री में करा था, पैसे नहीं लिए थे उसके.
अच्छा.
उन्होंने कहा था कि हम आपको मौका देंगे परफॉर्म करने का,
एक्सपोजर,
आप हमारे पास फ्री में आइए. हाँ, इसमें एक सेकंड चीज़ और है कि अगर आपको मौका मिले ना, कोई प्लेटफॉर्म मिले, तो आप उसको पकड़ लीजिए, छोड़िए मत.
स्पेशली व्हेन यू आर स्टार्टिंग आउट.
हाँ बिल्कुल, अब तो नहीं. तो मैंने पहली ही जो मेरी स्टार्टिंग इनिशियल पोइट्री थी, दैट वेंट वायरल. तो उसकी वजह से मुझे बहुत रिकॉग्निशन मिला. उसके बाद मुझे शोज मिलने लगे. तो पीपल डू नॉट सी मी एज एन इन्फ्लुएंसर बट एन आर्टिस्ट, अ परफॉर्मर.
In those weeks that he came in, with the 3 weeks that I could be his little girl again. Nothing I can do will repay Marie Curie for doing that for me. The amazing gift that they gave me was I was there at his last breath. He was there for my first. I will give everything back that I can to the hospice that gave me so much.
Give better end-of-life care to all. Get your free will guide today.
Nothing beats a celebration. And at Tesco Mobile, we're ringing in 30 years of Club Card with deals like the Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus, with 25 gigs of data for just $43.99 a month with Club Card prices, saving you £270. Better yet, that price is frozen for the duration of your contract. And you can even bag a £30 Tesco gift card too. It pays to be connected. Search Tesco Mobile. Every little helps.
With Post Office Over 50s life cover, enjoy peace of mind knowing your family will receive a guaranteed payout when you're gone. UK resident 50 to 80, you're guaranteed acceptance. No health checks and from just £1.15 a week. Plus free 24/7 GP access with the health and wellbeing benefit. Purchase and receive a £125 gift card for amazon.co.uk, Tesco or M&S. Visit postoffice.co.uk/over50s.
No child should suffer the torture of trachoma, but so many are in pain right now. Nananga's lashes have turned inwards. They rip and tear away at his eyes. Pamelo's sight could be gone forever. He's just 3 years old. Kofanga screams for his mother. His eyes are so infected that he can't even see her. For so many children in the world's poorest countries, trachoma is torture. It's a painful infection often spread by flies, and it's destroying children's eyesight. But it could be stopped if you help today. By calling 0800 038 4926 and giving £1 a week to Sightsavers, you can help make sure children get the treatment they desperately need. You'll help us bring them the medicines and the care that can treat infections. And that means you'll be helping to save children from the torture of trachoma and a life of blindness. Please help us reach them. Call 0800 038 4926. Text C13 to 82727 or go online and give just £1 a week now. Because we need you to help save the sight of children like Nananga. We need you to help save them from the torture of trachoma.
People's Postcode Lottery's big spring win is back.
Yes, in the April draws, you and your neighbours could win a share of
£25.4 million! Own or rent, if your door is in the draw, you're in with a chance to win.
Could your door be a winning one?
Sign up before midnight on the 31st of March.
A share of £25.4 million must be won. So,
is your door in the draw?
With retirement round the corner, I want to spend more time with my family and less time worrying about the numbers. Which reminds me.
Welcome to British Seniors, the UK's #1 rated provider of over 50s life insurance.
Hi, I'd like a quick quote.
No problem. We're proud to offer our seniors lifetime guarantee. With 100% of claims having been paid, we guarantee your premiums will never go up and that you'll speak to one of our specialists in the UK. UK residents aged 50 to 80 are guaranteed to be accepted. Depending on your age, your loved ones can get a cash payout up to £10,000.
And that money could help with funeral costs or even as a gift for the grandkids. I'll do it.
Plus, when you sign up, you'll receive a £135 gift card and free 24/7 GP advice and health services.
you got them all right. That's amazing.
Be proud to protect your loved ones with British Seniors. To get a free quote today, call our UK team on 0800 977 5808 or visit britishseniors.co.uk.
Sign up and start saving with Quidco today. Get cashback every time you shop on over 5,000 brands. It always pays to Quidco.